holidays are upon us, and with the holidays come cooler weather, maybe the fireplace, using the stove to cook, a lot of potential for burns, which in some cases can be in emergency situations. You can always count on Surepoint emergency centers, and today I have Dr. Kim Onufrak here to talk to us about how to treat a burn in the event of an emergency. Great to have you with us today.
Thank you for having us here.
Absolutely. So say we're hanging out by the fireplace, my kid sticks their hand in the fireplace, we didn't have the right protection. What do we do in this emergency situation?
So the first thing you want to do is stick it just under running cool water.
Okay.
You know, a lot of people like to put ice packs on it, but really the best thing to do is just stay away from the ice and put it into running cool water.
Okay, obviously they're screaming, they're terrified, not much we can do to relax them, but it's very important to do that immediately after any type of a burn, right?
Yes.
Okay, what are some of the most common burns that you see in the ER?
So usually people will come in, you know, if they accidentally put their hand on the stove. So we get lots of, and it starts to blister. So usually when it blisters, it's usually a second-degree burn. We do see some first-degree burns. People are out on the beach. They don't realize how hot the sun is. And even on overcast days, people think it's overcast. They don't have to wear sunscreen, but you can actually burn a lot more because people are not aware. You know, they think it's overcast, it's shaded, but you can actually burn more. So it's always important going outside to wear your sunscreen. So usually if there's no blistering of the skin, that's first degree. Second degree, you start to have the blisters and it becomes really painful. And the most important thing to do is to keep it under running water, come into the emergency room, get it evaluated, because sometimes the blisters, depending on if it's already been popped, then we might need to debride it some more, put some antibiotic ointment on it. We can also facilitate transfer to a burn center if needed.
Okay. Are there products as a mother or just somebody who knows that they're going to be outdoors or doing things like this with potential to burn, some products that you recommend us carrying around with us in an emergency kit of some sort to keep us safe?
So just general antibiotic ointment. I would stay away from Neosporin, but like polysporins are really good. Bacitracin is really good. Especially if you have those blistered burns, you want to gently wash it with soap and water and then just dress it with the antibiotic ointment and put a non-adherent dressing, so a dressing that doesn't stick on there. Okay,
good to know. And is there a certain, I guess, sign that says you're fine, stay home, just do cool water and put some ointment, or how do we know when it's time to go to the emergency room, basically?
If it starts to, if it's too painful, and Tylenol and ibuprofen does not cut it. If it covers a large area, so sometimes hand burns can, especially if it's circumferential, those need to be transferred, or you know, if you don't get transferred, then really we consult a burn center and can facilitate an appointment, next day appointment, and being seen and treated appropriately.
Okay.
So those are some of the, when you're concerned. If you don't go and they become infected, then you can also come in, so that way we can provide appropriate cleaning, debridement, antibiotics.
Yeah, absolutely. But if you're looking at an infection, it's time to visit Surepoint Emergency Centers. Now, they're ready to take care of you under any of these circumstances, so don't forget to stop by. And as long as you can still speak and everything's okay, let them know Coastal Living sent you. Thank you so much, Dr. Kim.
No problem.